Welcome to Buffer from YouTube channel. I'm Sahil Mhatre back here with a new video. So you might have heard the word virus a lot in media. They use it anywhere they can. But what if I tell you that they are leading you to a wrong way? Yeah, you heard correct. Virus is not what you think it is. So what exactly it is? You might be asking yourself what exactly it is. So the exact word, we can't use the word virus everywhere we can. The best word to use instead of virus everywhere is malware. Now you will be asking me what malware is. So malware means a malicious software. Okay, and there are types of malwares, of which one is keylogger. A keylogger is a malicious software and which just locks every keystroke which you type on your keyboard. Those keystrokes could be anything like your password, um, your username, or your messages which you type and send to your contacts. And second type is spyware. A spyware is a software which is malicious software which is used to spy on you. It is installed on your device uh, by hackers or some other threat actors, and they can spy on you using that specific software. And moving forward, the third type is adware. Adware is a malicious software which just show you some weird ads on your computer or your phone. Hmm. Moving forward, there is advanced kind of malware which is also known as rootkit. The intention of rootkit is to maintain root or admin privileges on your device. Hmm. And it is pretty hard to detect a rootkit as it runs on a kernel level. Sometimes it runs on bootkit level, or sometimes it run on the UEFI or BIOS level. So it is really hard for normal antivirus or a EDR. EDR is nothing but in a just a corporate level or industry level antivirus. Hmm. Uh, I'll be also making videos on how exactly this viruses, not viruses, sorry, malware. I will also make a video the on these types of malwares, which you are seeing on the screen right now. Okay, so the next is Trojan horse. Trojan horse is actually a software which look like a genuine software, but it could have any kind of malware integrated inside it. Like for example, when you download some cracked software, what the hackers do, they just bind that cracked software with another malicious malware. That malware could be anything. It could be in most cases it is spyware, and sometimes it could be keylogger, adware, rootkit, or any other ransomware or anything. Hmm. So by the way, ransomware is also a type of malware. It is not currently listed here. This specific video is just to give you a basic introduction to malware and what exactly virus is. And talking about ransomware do nothing but it just encrypt your private files, and you will have to, in order to decrypt it, you will have to pay some ransom to the developers of that ransomware so that they can give you the decryption key and you can ordinarily access your files which you had on your computer or phone. Moving forward, we have worm next. So worm is a type of malware which can spread itself from one computer to another computer without an interaction of a person. It can do it by itself. Like for example, it could use any vulnerability in the network or the system to get into the another computer. For example, back in the days, there was a flaw named as EthernaBlue found in Windows SMB server. SMB server is nothing but just a file sharing protocol which is used by Microsoft in their Windows system, through which they can share files in a network. Flaw named as EthernaBlue It allowed attackers to gain access to any computer which was in the network. Hmm. So what hackers did, some hackers made a ransomware which was having capabilities of a worm, and how exactly it was getting capabilities of worm was through Eternal Blue. So how exactly it was working is when a ransomware used to infect a device, it used to encrypt all its data. After after that, it was looking for other Windows computers on the network, and it was using Eternal Blue exploit to gain access to that computer and infect it with that ransomware. And you might have heard the name of that ransomware. That the name of that ransomware was WannaCry ransomware. Also, there are some malwares, type of malwares which are not listed over here. Don't worry, I will cover those malwares soon on my channel practically. So stay tuned for more updates. And the last malware type is finally virus. So virus is just a malware which can attach itself to some legitimate files, and it can replicate itself with the interaction of host. Like once it is run on a device, it will replicate itself. And for example, if there are some other storage devices attached to the computer, like for example pen drive, the pen drive, it will just copy itself to the pen drive, and the other drives, hard drives and SSDs. The reason why it does it is because, let's say if your friend comes to you and he wants something, some photos or some videos from you, or anything else. Then after that, what he will do, he will just give you his pen drive, and you will just attach that pen drive to your computer. And if that virus is in your computer, it will just copy itself, its replica into that pen drive. And when your friend will go to his house or to his computer, and he will attach that pen drive to the computer, then he might see the copies of that virus, but it won't run just by plugging in the pen drive. It will require the wire it will require for the host to run it. By the host, I mean a human. Then he will see that there's some file which he didn't want it. Like for example, the virus could copy itself with the name of surprise.exe or secret.exe, in order to increase the curiosity of the victim. And after looking at that weird name, there are a huge amount of chances that a person will click on that file and run it. This is how virus spread itself. So these days viruses are not that common in general. Back in the days they used to be a little common, but now they are not. And you might see that media just use it everywhere. Like for example, media was calling Pegasus a virus. Pegasus is not a virus. Pegasus is a spyware which was developed by NSO Group of Israel. I will make a dedicated video on this soon. That of how what Pegasus spyware is and what are the advanced capabilities of it. You might see that media was calling it, some media portals, not all, were calling it a virus instead of calling it a spyware. So just keep in mind that whenever you will see any headline with the name of virus, in most of the chances it won't be a virus. It could be some other kind of type of malware. And the best word to use instead of virus is just to use malware. And also, by the way, media don't use the word virus these days. Most of them these days are using the correct word. But sadly, some media portals, media houses, they are using the word virus where it should not be used. So that was the end of this video. Thanks for watching this video. Consider subscribing for more awesome content like this.